John.
No, I don't like talking. And like I said, this room has an anti-Jordan Peterson narrative. I don't want to talk about him in here.
I mean,
you guys don't know that, but it's been going on for a long time.
You prefer touching butts?
John, can I ask you a Jordan Peterson question?
Just ask the question, Nor.
John, what is Jordan Peterson's favorite brand of golf club?
Devastating.
Dorothy, can I ask you a question?
You just did.
Okay, so can I ask you another one after this one?
Sure.
All right, so like you guys always look at God from you got the presuppositional, a Christian God argument, but you would have to admit equally that you can make an argument, a presuppositional argument for an evil God, right? And I was just wondering if you say, well, there's good, and that would be a contradiction to an evil God. You could obviously say that that's an evil God would like just put enough good in the world in order to produce more evil, right? I mean, you don't really have an argument against that. Am I on the troll?
No. I'm just trying to think how to respond. I mean, it's just bizarre. How do you?
It's just a complete inverse of what you believe.
No, I know that. How do you conceptualize that a God could be evil? What is your conceptual concept of evil? You see, in the Christian world,
unnecessary suffering.
Okay, well that wouldn't be the inverse of the Christian God.
Right. No, I know that, but I'm saying it would be equally.
Well, I'm focusing on that there's an evil God. Okay, how could a God be evil? You see, in the Christian worldview, evil is defined as that which is a deviation from the character and the will of God.
Right, but I mean, I would just equivocate now, right? I'm just simply saying I'm defining my terms.
Is evil a standardization, a deviation of an ultimate standard of the good?
Yes, but we usually term.
Okay, well,
there's qualifiers to that, but we usually define good and evil according to our ego, right?
Well,
in many of the cases, not all the cases, but in many cases we do.
Yeah, what I don't understand is why you're making an appeal to pluralism when pluralism is incoherent. Pluralism is attempting to make an argument or propose a worldview is not the one that you're actually speaking from.
He's not answering your question, and he's just claiming it's incoherent. He didn't answer the question.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. All you have to do is just inverse everything that you believe and turn it to evil, and what's good, and just deal with that. That presuppositional argument is just as valid as your argument.
The presuppositional argument entails that we have an omnipotent, eternal, non-contingent, omniscient. Hold on a second. I got to turn down this moron. Hold on a second. Let me just turn this idiot down. Okay. I love the power of the mute button on here. Okay. So where were we? Okay. Now, how are you capable of making knowledge statements when you're proposing a worldview that you're not even speaking from?
Yeah. He just straightforwardly shifted the burden.
Okay.
Oh, it comes from an evil devil, an evil God.
Okay. Look, dude, what you're not understanding is you're attempting a rationale, which is an appeal to a worldview that you're not speaking from.
I don't feel like you're. I'm not saying it because Justin said. I just don't feel like you're answering the question.
But look,
okay, I am responding to you. It's an incoherent notion. If you're going to reject,
you committed the Me Too fallacy.
You're going to have to do so from the worldview that you hold to. To appeal to another worldview that you're not actually speaking from is a
I really believe this. I'm not making this up. I really believe it.
Dio, listen, he's wrong. That's
well, here's the problem. If you're actually reasoning to that, What is your basis for knowledge then in your worldview?
Yo, ask him if it's necessary to hold the worldview to critique it.
Well, he's just going off track. I mean,
Hold on, let me just turn this down. Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay, I muted it. Now, I'll be glad to continue the conversation with you, but if you're going to do ping pong with other people back and forth, then I'll just cease speaking to you. Okay?
You're over talking me, Darth.
Yeah, I'm not going to troll you, Darth. But I mean, I'm not going to like block out there.
So in the Christian worldview, in the Christian worldview, we have what is called a revelational epistemology. Okay, what is your theory of knowledge?
Look,
in your evil God worldview that you hold is the actual world.
This is a murder. You've murdered. Keep him on track.
What was the question that he asked?
Yeah, John, I'm not doing this. If you got to respond to
burden of proof.
Jack,
okay, you need to respond to me instead of pay attention to people who are trolling.
Dawkins,
otherwise, I'll just stop talking. Okay, Crafty, please don't.
Yeah, you're blatantly shifting the burden of proof.
Okay, you're now muted.
You're committing a logical
fallacy.
fallacy.
Okay, you're now muted. I can't hear you. Okay, John, do you want to have a conversation or not?
I'm Dio.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Dio. Okay, do you want to have a conversation? Because I'm not going to do a round robin with you and you responding and listening to people who are known trolls. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to like take what they tell me, like put in my ear, but I do want to hear.
No, that's not the issue. I'm not going to have all these delays. If you want to have an interaction with me, I expect an interaction. I'm not going to sit here and 20, 30, 60 seconds for you to respond to me. Okay. Now, if you want to listen to them, fine. Then I will just, refrain from the conversation.
But I'm not interested in winning the debate. I just want to know.
I understand that.
I just want to know
why. I understand that you're approaching in some semblance of sincerity. Okay.
Was that a problem?
Okay, so I'll ask you the question, and we're going to have an interaction back and forth. Just turn down the people who are trolling. Okay.
Dio, he never answered your
it's that
question.
simple.
Ask him the question again.
All right. Like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, I'm not going to turn them down, but I'm going to ask them.
Okay. Listen. I'm not going to argue with you. We'll talk some other time.
Okay.
Oh my God, you wrecked him. You killed him.
What was the question that he asked? EF.
He asked EF if Dio could have a version of presuppositionalism like his, except God was evil, and God put just enough evil in the world, blah blah blah. So basically, it's just the evil God argument, right? And Dio said, if I have a precept like that, is it equally as valid as your precept? And then EF just panicked. He Dio just straightforwardly murdered EF.
Congratulations, Dionysus.
Yeah, well done. It's a rarity.
But when he says the good is defined in terms of God's nature, then that just makes the claim that God is good. That just makes that claim vacuous.
He did everything in his typical playbook. He began asking Dio random series of questions that had nothing to do with answering Dio's question. He got mad at him for not responding immediately. He tried to change it 3 times to him asking Dio questions.
See, I don't understand how the good could be defined in terms of God's nature, because then that would just mean that the word good means godly, right? And so if you said, I don't know, going to church on Sundays was good, you just would be saying going to church on Sundays would be godly, right? Wouldn't be a reason to do it.
That was so weird.